my name's Mike M0MSN, and yes, I'm in my car. 2 months on from purchasing the Yaesu FTM-500. First and foremost, I can actually and quite honestly say that the Mars mod, the widebanding of the FTM500 is possible, and you have to do it by removing this diode. However, do it at your own risk. You will void any warranties, and all it does really is give you the PMR frequencies to play with. It opens up transmit from 136 megahertz through to 174 megahertz, and opens up on transmit from 400 through to 450. So no major surprises there. What else? Nothing really. It doesn't give you any more power to transmit, doesn't give you any less power to transmit. It doesn't do anything apart from, if you do the mod, please remember that you are going to void your warranty, and also it becomes non-type approved. And last but not least, you will have to reprogram your radio, because removing this little 0 ohm resistor will reset the microprocessor within the radio, so you will have to reprogram it. So yeah, just a quick warning on that then. Okay, so 2 months on, what do I think about the radio? Well, it's bloody good. It's actually a cracking piece of kit. Do I think it's worth the money? Yeah, it's worth perhaps 3/4 of the money. I don't think it's worth the full £625 in the UK, at least at the time of publishing this, or it might have been £29. But yeah, it's an crackingly good radio. There are some bits and pieces that I would like to have seen, but perhaps that will happen in the next firmware update. For instance, memory banks don't seem to be there. You have you do have air, and you have VHF, and UHF as a kind of short list, if you like, but you don't have memory banks. You can't actually put your favorite frequencies into one set of memories, and then perhaps your mates and your local set of frequencies that are used for the club into a different set of you have none of those possibilities. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I do particularly like the PMG, which is the program memory group. Now this allows you, let me actually show you, it allows you to put up to 5 of your most visited or favorite frequencies into it. And in my particular case, I've got the Gloucester repeater, 2 meters, and the 70 centimeter version. I've got the calling channel in the UK, and then I have a couple of other repeaters that I listen to. And it just so happens today they've got to be the quietest I've seen or heard them in ages. The other great thing about this is that it actually changes the color of the LED for every different way of using the radio. So at the moment, that's in programmable memories. If I take it out and put it into the VFO mode, you'll see that the light goes blue, so you know that you're in VFO mode. See if I can get it to do the groups. There we go. So we've got air, which I've got a few air band memories in. When that goes red, and so does the little LED. If you go to VHF, it goes red. If you go to UHF, it's red. So these are all telling you that you're in these different single band memories. And then obviously if you're in them all, it goes green. Anyway, it's all clever stuff. Having getting used to it, I'm still using the function control to try to change the VFO or the memories on the top one, because I'm so used to the 400. However, I'm slowly but surely getting around to using this for changing memories. I will say that the C4 FM on it is absolutely fabulous. And Wires X works seamlessly. They really have done a good job on that.
SP3FLY, W7FOM returning. Very good, Leaflaw. Yeah, enjoy that cool weather while you got it. We don't start getting our rain.
A few complaints, if you like, is that the sub band is the only band that will, or the sub receiver is the only receiver that will do the APRS frequencies. You can't get that on anything else, and the top one is the only one that will actually transmit into Wires X. Okay, they both will do transmit and receive on C4 FM, but this is the only receiver, transceiver, if you like, that will do Wires X. So if I program the Wires X frequency on the bottom, or the sub receiver, transceiver, you won't be able to use Wires X, nor can you use the APRS on the main receiver. That has to be on the sub receiver. So it's not a true dual receiver, transceiver. There's a little bit of restriction there. My other, well, I guess the wording is, it's a shame that it was a missed opportunity, but it's only an FM AM. Okay, AM receive only for the airbands, FM for 2 and 70. Mr. Yaesu, you missed the opportunity to give us a multi-mode transceiver, and certainly for the money, you would have thought they would have done that. You can buy an HF multi-mode for the same money. Why on earth couldn't they have put multi-mode on the 2 and 70 centimeters? I don't know. It just makes competitions, you have to get your TS2000 or your 991A out to do it, when, this would have been so much more of a radio if they had just put USB and LSB, the sidebands, on this particular radio. But never mind. It is what it is, as they say. The SDX button on the top, which basically just turns on a preamp, works perfectly. And really is useful, but pretty damn pointless, Why not just have it on all the time and not give it not make it an option, just make it work. I just don't get it. The band, well, let's go to that frequency, shall we, if we can. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing there. What about that one? Well, the repeater was open. So this activity on the bottom is a little bit sporadic. As you can hear, there's actually nothing there, but there we go. But useful nevertheless. When you got a full bar one, it's quite nice to be able to go to it. Okay, let's go back. There are a couple of really nice modifications you can do to the FTM500, some of which you might find useful, some others probably not, who knows. But I've managed to turn the menu into the old tablet type, if you like, where you've got all the selections. So I can run through this like so, then go into them. Yep. So that's quite nice. Or I know some people might like the running memory menu, which is what it originally comes with. I'll show you how to put it into this mode in a moment. And also there's a crossband mode where you can transmit into this on one frequency, and it will automatically transmit the same incoming transmission out on another frequency, and it's pretty seamless. It works really, really well as well. So this is one of the menus. That's the standard menu that comes with the radio as it's set up. And as you can see, it's just basically starts that display and it runs down for, I don't know, 120 odd memories. You can go from subcategory to subcategory by using the sub dial here. That will take it through to each individual category. So if you know what you're looking for, you can do it that way. Reasonably nice, as you can see. But to put it into the metro mode, I suppose we could call it, after Microsoft, you'd basically change hands, turn the radio off, like so, hold down the band button, the function knob, and turn it back on again. So let's see if I can do that with one hand. Okay, now when you go into it, there we are. And as you can see, it does go into this quite nice, I prefer this personally, not everyone's cup of tea, but there you go, you see. That for me works perfectly. And now I show you how to put it into crossband mode. Again, it needs to be powered off to begin with. It does take a long time to power off. That's the only thing I don't like about this radio. Now to put it into crossband mode, you press and hold the wires X button, the function button, and you turn it on. Repeater mode. So I've found a frequency that's not in use, and also turned the power down as far as I can on both radios. Right, so the Yaesu's on 144,750. And the Retivis is on 433,400. Now, whichever radio transmits, i.e. this one, as you can see, goes to the bottom or the receiving part of the radio, and the default frequency for the transmit frequency goes to the top. Okay, for transmission. So let's see if this works. So if I transmit on 144,750, it makes the cross repeat jump to the bottom, and it retransmits it on 433,400. Now we can see this. Okay, I shouldn't have got that so close, should I? That was a bit dumb of me. Here we go. Okay. This is ahead, the transceiver's in the boot, obviously. So here is the radio transmitting. See if I can get all of these together. I think we saw that. Okay. Just again, look at the next to the high. And if I transmit on the Retivis, you'll see the frequencies move again. So crossband repeat works perfectly without any issues whatsoever. So that's how you put it into crossband repeat mode. Not that you would ever need to do so, unless of course, I don't know. There we are. So that's how you put it into crossband repeat. To take it back out of crossband repeat, you just basically do exactly the same again. You press and hold down the wires X button or the digital X button, the function key. Well, I've got to turn it off first, of course. That would probably be helpful. Off, function. I don't know if I can do this. Yep, straight into it. Back into standard mode again. So there we go. Yeah. Why doesn't it work? Oh, I know. Let's swap them over. Swap them over. Let's put this one on the hotspot frequency. Put this one where the other one was. Let's try again. Yeah, that works.
This week there was some really heavy rain. There was flooding up north of us. We were fortunate, but north of us weren't so fortunate. And in the state of Vermont, it seemed like, it was really was bad. I hear that from talking about people. It's either hot or torrential rain. It's really crazy. M0 MSN WATVH.
WATVH M0 MSN. Yes, all copied. Just as a quick update for you.